Hi, this is the fourth of 4 videos that are going to show the basics of knitting. Thus far, we've learned how to cast on, we've learned how to knit, we've learned how to purl, and now we're going to learn how to cast off. And once you learn these skills, the sky's the limit. It's a simple process. So let's just illustrate that. So we just finished knitting. We just finished purl row. So we're back to the knit side. Okay, so we're going to knit one. And then we're going to knit a second one. Okay, when we have our 2 stitches on, we're going to take our needle and go into that first one and pull it over the second one and let it go. So our 2 stitches just turned into 1 stitch. All right, and we're going to repeat that again. We're going to go to the next stitch. So we have 2 stitches, and we're going to go to the first one closest to my right hand, and we're going to just slip it over the second one. All right, so we're down 2 stitches there. You don't want to make your bind off too tight because it will cinch in on you, and you don't want to make it too loose or else it'll flare out. So just once again, it's all about tension. Keep your tension constant. All right. So once again, I'm just going in and I'm knitting. And I'm just taking the stitch closest to my right hand and pulling it over, and I'm pulling down on the yarn in the back to just try to put some tension on that second yarn to help the first yarn get over it easier. All right, so if I just put a little tension on this, it just makes pulling it up and over easier. Once again, grab this, pull down on the right, on the working yarn just a little bit. There you go. All right, when you come to the end here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just pull that one up and over. And then we're going to grab our scissors. We're just going to cut a good tail off. So that's about a foot, just so I can show you. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just loosen that up a little bit. Take your needle out. Take this tail that you just cut. Push it through that hole, through that stitch, and cinch it down. All right? And then we're going to weave that end in. And to weave in, I find that a crochet hook works best. I've got a collection of crochet hooks. Try to find one that fits the size that your needle and your yarn is. All right, so basically I'm just going to weave these ends in, and I always like to weave in along the side, all right, or the top. You just don't really see it there. So how I weave in, so I weave that through there. Then I'm going to weave it again through here. Let's see, I want my needle to come out here, so I'm going to go. This is big, bulky yarn. If you're using a lighter weight yarn, it'll be easier. All right. And let me just do one more here. Okay. Now, see, if I cinch that too tight, it obviously cinches up. So you loosen that up so it is the way it's supposed to be. All right, and then just cut it off close to the fabric. There you go. I'm going to weave this one down the side. So same process. I'm just going to pick up a couple at a time. Here we go. So once again, we talked about the fact that stocking stitch will curl, and the way we prevent that is we can put an edge around it. This is just a sample I've made, so I'm not going to worry about an edge, but if you knit and stocking stitch and you want it to lay flat, you have to put some kind of border around it. Not so much with sweaters, but anything like a washcloth, a blanket, anything that you want to lay flat. Stocking stitch will not lay flat. All right.